just did there was a lot of bending and a lot of scooping. So it's a technique to help you sound smooth and sultry and bluesy and jazzy. And you don't want to overdo it, but you definitely want to utilize it when you're playing and you want to play smooth and sultry and jazzy and bluesy. So let me teach you how to do it. All right, it really has to do with the chamber of your mouth. And when you're playing a note and you open up that chamber in your mouth and you drop your jaw, the pitch lowers of that note. Let me demonstrate. On my B. B, that's a straight B. Let me drop my jaw and open the chamber and drop that chamber in my mouth. I almost dropped it a half step, even a little more than a half step. I even dropped it a little more, so I'm going a little bit below a half step when I drop my chamber, my mouth, and drop my jaw. And I can do that just about with every note. So let me do a G. Let me do a high G with the octave key. I know it looks funny, it looks ridiculous, but it's what you gotta do if you want to sound sultry and smooth and jazzy and bluesy. So let's do it again. So I'm playing the note, I'm hitting it straight, and I'm dropping my jaw a little bit and opening the chamber, making the note flat, and then I'm bending it or scooping it back up again. So the trick is to utilize that while you are phrasing your notes. And then I'm adding some vibrato in there to make it even smoother. Got it? So let's do that again. I'm starting on a low G and I'm going up to a B. And let's just do that for now. Just go G to B. So try to do that. And I'm scooping that note. I'm dropping my jaw as I'm going to the B. I'm hitting the G straight on. And then as I'm making my way up to the B, I'm dropping my jaw, opening the chamber, and then fixing the pitch of the note of that B. And I'm using my mouth, open chamber. I am restricting the chamber going up to the B, and then I'm adding a little vibrato, using my lips to waver the note a little bit to make it sound even smoother. All right, let me continue with the phrase going up. I'm going to go to the D. Okay, that's with scooping. This is how it sounds without scooping. Yeah, nothing fancy. Now let's add a little sultry, jazzy, bluesy bends in there. All right, and now let me keep going up. I'm going to teach you that phrase. So it's G, B, D, E, high G. I'm not going to teach you those yet, but so it's just G, B, D, E, G. All right, and you can play around with those, but that's how you do it. That's how you bend and scoop your notes. It's all right here in the chamber, lowering your jaw and then closing your jaw and restricting that chamber again, and then coming back on pitch to the note that you want to hit. All right, that sounds cool, right? So this is straight. And that was sultry, smoothie, jazzy, bluesy. So that's kind of where you want to get to as a sax player. If you're going to be playing jazz and blues and music like that, listen, you're going to have to sound sultry and smooth. And that's one way I'd like you to practice your bending and your scooping. There's another way to do it. I don't want to say it's cheating or manipulating, but there's definitely an alternate way to do that. And that's just by using your chromatics, the chromatics. So for instance, again, let me reiterate, I want you to practice doing the bends with your mouth and dropping your jaw and then bringing your jaw back up and your lips together to hit the note that you intend to hit. But here is the alternate or the second method that I use to bend and scoop my notes. So let me do the same phrase that I just taught you, the G, B, D, E, G. Now, instead of bending and scooping, which I do both, when I bend and scoop, I use both methods. I will go G to B flat, I'll grace note the B flat before I hit the B natural. That's what it sounds like real straight. But I will also bend with my chamber, with my mouth, and use my lips, but also add in or manipulate that note and play the chromatic. I was going for something there. Let me try it again. I did it again. So that's what I'm doing. I know that's a lot for you to take in right now, and you don't have to go crazy with that, but I'm adding or manipulating the scales or the phrasing that I'm doing by adding in the chromatic and doing a quick glissando, a quick grace note. There's the bend with my lips. And here is, I'm gonna play the note now. So just practice doing that, and don't be afraid to do that with your other notes too. For instance, whatever note you're gonna land on, whatever note that you're ending your phrase with, try, before you end that phrase, try adding in a chromatic. Either, it's gonna most likely be below. So if I'm gonna end on a G, I'm gonna add in an F sharp. You just add chromatics in to make your sound a little bit smoother and jazzy, to add some chromatics before you hit that last note or the notes at the end of your phrases. And I do a combination. Once you really understand how to bend and scoop your notes with your mouth and with your chamber, then start adding in some of the chromatics. Wah, 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 wah. Add some vibrato at the end of your phrases. Whoa, 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 whoa. Make sure you do that. Also, you want to smooth your sound out. Sound like a pro. That's how you're going to do it. You're going to add some scoops, some bends, some little grace notes, little glissandos. That's how you're going to sound like a pro. And practice. Just keep practicing that. All right, is it working? Comment below. Let me know how it's working for you. Smooth, sultry sound. Drop the chamber. Scoop You want to dip and scoop and bend as much as you can with the chamber, then add in the chromatics to the notes in your phrasing that you are going to or that you're moving in. Add some chromatics in there, and it's going to jazz up and blues up your playing, and you're going to sound amazing. So good work. Right now, like and subscribe, and I will meet you on the next one.